for 6 epic bouts coming your way. We have a fatal 4-way tag team action to mimic Prime Time, where we will be looking to get closer to naming our inaugural Women's Tag Team Champion, as well as some other number 1 contendeship bouts here tonight. You don't want to miss it, as we've got an action-packed card heading your way right now. Well, on Monday night, we kicked off the show with a fatal 4-way tag team action. And as the countdown begins, it's time for a second. Party atmosphere in the house with Katana Chance and Caden Carter.
Contest is a fatal 4-way tag team match. Introducing first, the team of Katana Chance and Caden Carter.
This tag team duo looking to go to City Limit in contendership for the new Women's Tag Team Championships. On Monday night, we saw our first elimination in the form of Becky Lynch. Not Becky Lynch, Bayley and Mercedes Moné. Two of the 4 horsewomen gone. Tonight on Breakdown, we're going to say goodbye to another team. Will it be Katana and Caden, or the Kabuki Warriors as our second entrance into this match? Oscar and Kyrie look ready. Repping Damage Control.
First, Oscar and Kyrie Sane, the Kabuki Warriors.
Arguably one of the strongest teams here on Breakdown. Oscar and Kyrie, a formidable tag team unit, former WWE tag team champions, to list off their largest accomplishment as a team. But Oscar, a former world champion, Kyrie, former NXT champion, and arguably a very prolific unit when it comes to tag team or action. And as this tournament goes on, as we round it out with a singles match here on Breakdown for the spot at City Limits, we kind of have to look at it and establish, when we get to that singles match, if Kyrie and Oscar are in that situation, they're going to be a hard team to beat.
Representing the Pure Fusion Collective from Shamal, New Jersey, Sonya Deville.
Hairs up. It's time to square up. PFC coming in together separately. Sonya Deville repping the unit here. And she'll either be partnered up with either Shayna or Zoe Stark. This unit realistically has a lot of, well, they're a prolific striking unit. And a fatal 4-way, that is a very nice sort of attribute and style, because you aren't realistically forced into locking in certain moves and then getting caught with your pants down via a pinfall from another opponent. Obviously, name of this fatal 4-way is just Survival.
And representing the Pure Fusion Collective from Las Vegas, Nevada, Zoe Stark.
Survival as the team that is pinned this week and next week are eliminated from this qualification to City Limits. A triple threat next week to kick off our following show on Breakdown. Same story on Primetime. The 3 remaining teams left after this match will be fighting once more. A bit more of a stack situation. Now, welcome our fourth team to the ring. The Unholy Union.
And Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, the Unholy Union.
IPW management giving them the go-ahead into this fatal four-way over some other big teams. We could have had a second four-horsewoman team of Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. We could have had Piper Niven and Chelsea Green as another team who are missing out in this tournament. There are so many units that could have been in this matchup, but obviously stuck to a fatal four-way. We're not going to go over the top and have multiple of this match. Oh, no, no, no. But it does beg the question, do some of these teams that aren't in the running deserve first dibs at the championship once it is won? Well, we will have to see as we edge closer to city limits and after the event what happens with this division. But as we ready ourselves, all four team look ready. 8 stars in the ring. How long will that last? As we get underway, this brawl is gonna be long, arduous, and explosive. Action's gonna be pretty much all over the place. As Oscar battling Zoe, gone for an early pin here. We're gonna have to keep our eyes realistically on those cheeky types of pins, as they're typically the way these matches are won. There are obviously no DQs, no countouts. Pin and submission, the only way to win here in our opener. As we take kind of stock, nice DDT by Stark. Takes our first camera pan realistically. Springboard maneuver comes through, misses. Oscar tries to miss and hit with a... Oscar misses with a drop kick. Now striking through. Inverted facebuster. Drops Zoe Stark. Isla Dawn battling with Sonya Deville. Now turns her attention to Katana Chance. Kaden battling Kyrie. Now Oscar getting in the fray with Carter. Mission hold locked in. Armbar applied here. Sonya Deville breaks it up. As mentioned before on Primetime, there is no prize for winning the match other than you keep your record kind of clean coming into the follow-up match. But let's be honest, the thing that you will see are teams breaking up pins because they want the win. They want to show dominance. And in a situation like this where you're vying for a championship, being considered a dominant team is a very nice sort of record to have. And we've seen it already. Primetime. The fact that Cora Jade, AJ Lee won that opener over arguably the strongest stars in that match certainly set the tone for what's to come in this tournament. Oh my word, nice powerbomb there from Stark. PFC rolling, as is Katana and Kaden. Kaden certainly providing a lot of impact with her maneuvers. Well, Dawn up. Has Kyrie looked in the air, but Kyrie escapes out the back door. Not going to capitalize his Isla as she's now floored and now being targeted by Zoe Stark. Sonya kicks the living lights out of Kairi Sane's head. Now she gets hit with a discus forearm from Kaden Carter. Katana planting Asuka with the head scissors. We are going to see potentially some teaming up, but something that we saw in bunches on Tuesday night was weapons. Kendo stick brought into the picture by Stark. Not going to be utilized here just yet, but it is still a tool in the arsenal that some of these teams can look towards to realistically get an edge, weaken an opponent, set them up for a finisher. Stark has cut Aiden up. Getting out the back door once again. No one's really able to land that either brainbuster or stalling vertical suplex. And it's kind of causing issues. Speaking of causing issues, Caden's got Zoe put up top, hands up to the roof. She takes it down. Nice maneuver. Super kick as well. Someone got busted open there. I believe it is Alba Fire. Bleeding. We've not really talked about the Unholy Union in this match. But let's be honest, this team, we've seen them compete individually. I've always called Isla this underdog. Nice snap German there from Asuka. There is rope breaks, it seems, in this matchup, which does surprise me. Anyway, Asuka feeling confident. Only woman in the ring right now as everyone's brawling. Asuka's wisely staying off to one side. Smart maybe from the Kabuki Warriors not to get involved. Oh, Caden's busted open on that chair. Oh my word. Asuka hooked up. Planted Uranagi. Isla drops her down. Kairi gut-wrenched and tossed. Isla's starting to be a wrecking crew. And getting back on topic, the Unholy Union is a team. They aren't necessarily the strongest of units. They aren't like a Alan Henley and Liv Morgan combined together to be a super team. No. They're a very cohesive tag team unit who like to bring in weaponry as Alba Fire going for a pin, not going to get the win just yet. He did, however, clock the daylights out of Caden with a kendo stick. But what we do see is a nice kick there from Asuka. Up, down, stomping Sonya into the mat. What we do see from them is just really nice fluid offense. I wouldn't be shocked if they win it all on the breakdown side. They realistically, though, have to pick their timings just right, as, don't forget, I would say the out-and-out favorites in this match right now, Asuka and Kairi Sane, Kabuki Warriors. That unit just is pure power. Arguably the most accomplishments of the teams in this tournament is nice flatliner there from Caden, dropping Asuka. She also breaks up the pin and now has Sonya up. Not going to drill her down. Sonya's fighting out of it. Has now Caden hooked up. Drops her. Elbow to the throat. Pinfall attempt as well as Stark's running divergence. Pin broken up though as Isla is the one to do so. That would have been an elimination of the party animals of this match. Katana Chance and Caden Carter if it had gone through. But the PSC right now targeting Katana and Caden. Controlling the ring. Zoe's going for a pin. Asuka in trouble. Sonya can't cut her off at the pass as Kairi breaks the pin up. A weapon brought into play here by Zoe as she's cracking against someone. And it's Alba Fire. Dropkick misses. And this is kind of a strategy or strategic thoughts need to go into it. It says double team maneuver. Alba Fire and Asuka just Flapjack. Zoe Stark. You kind of have to think strategy in this sort of situation. In theory, you could stand off to one side, watch on, and not get involved and allow the teams to just eliminate each other. Obviously, in fairness to the competition, is Katana 430 connecting into the pin and the win. And Holy Union's gone. Kabuki Warriors eliminate them. Kairi with the pin onto Alba Fire. I have to see what the setup was for that, because it did realistically come out of nowhere. Because, let's be honest, Alba really didn't, in my opinion, take too much damage from anyone in this match. I really didn't see her take any big maneuvers. We'll have to see. Oh, she ate Oscar's attack there. This almost eliminated Kaden. PFC aren't able to get the job done. Kairi just stomps her and then pins her. Zoe can't break the pin up, not caring, just tosses Kaden. And there's the pin.
Here are your winners, Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors.
Well, as expected, the Kabuki Warriors dominant in this tag team action. Let's swiftly move to bout number 2 tonight. Well, it's about goddamn time we heard this music once again. He has been out of action for quite some time, since the showdown, some may say. But CM Punk, scheduled for action tonight. Let's get into it straight away. This is going to be an epic bout. I already know what's coming. It is a very much a extreme battle ahead of us. By the way, it's clobbering time, and let's get into it.
Is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Punk enters this match looking to revitalize his time here in IPW. He's kind of been on the downhill slope. Struggled during the road to the showdown. Now he needs to find it. Needs to find the form. But his matches don't get any easier. Oh, no. He has got to step up to the competition that is put in front of him. That competition, some may say, comes from a similar place. At the home of Extreme, ECW.
And his opponents, first from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 235 pounds, Rob Van Dam.
RVD, another Paul Heyman guy, enters the picture for tonight's match. And this is going to be an interesting affair in this triple threat. You got two stars who know how to use weaponry. Two guys who bring it to a new level. Realistically speaking, if these are the first two stars in this match, I kind of worry for the third guy. Because he needs to be on the same level of crazy. if he is to be able to compete with these two. And this is that.
From Sacramento, California, weighing in at 205 pounds, the world's most dangerous man, Kid Shamrock.
From extreme to dangerous, this match is stacked with people who just want to brutalize one another. And for our second bout of the evening, this is going to be, hopefully, a match that delivers explosivity. A match that just defies normal expectations. Who's going to walk away victorious? The crowd behind the voice of the voiceless. Can you blame them? We're underway. Punk and Shamrock beginning this UFC bout. One-on-one. RVD elects to get involved, but he's immediately punished by Punk, who's now trying to take over this bout. RVD in play now. Snap German. Sends Punk flying. Thought Shamrock may have gone for his own instead. Just a takedown. Punk coming through, not allowing Shamrock to get going. Springboard misses as Shamrock just tosses RVD to the mat. Oh my, nice kick to the body there by Shamrock. As he is very dangerous, but so's RVD with them knees and kicks. All three of these men can really deliver some potent strikes, but when it comes to submission wrestling, you kind of have to favor Ken Shamrock in this one. Nice kendo stick shots coming through from Punk, who's caught now with a spinning European uppercut. But the weaponry falls into the hands of one extreme Reverend RVD. It's the Monday night's the whole effing show. With a kendo stick, nay, a chair in hand, he could be a pretty hard man to beat in this situation. Currently, as these three brawl, no one has taken the lead in terms of strategy, in terms of positioning in this match. I'd say Punk might have had slightly more offense than all of his opponents, but they're going to find their moment to strike soon. Punk's going to make a mistake, as he has done throughout this tournament. Nice German there from Shamrock, and a kendo stick crashing across the head of Punk. RVD and Shamrock working together a little bit there. But now, that partnership broken up with a monkey flip. Springboard moonsault. RVD starting to get into this, as he's coming through. A bit of rolling thunder. From down under, he's into the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out in time. Punk taunting on the outside as RVD heads up top. Not going to get froggy because Shamrock's back to a vertical base. Meanwhile, Punk brings in the baseball bat and he is hitting home runs. He can't hit it back to back as RVD drops him, and he is in the drop zone for a bit of a frog splash. The 5-star frog splash from RVD connects. He got a bit froggy, and now he's going to get ankled. Picked by Shamrock as he locks in the ankle lock. Hold broken though, as RVD's out the back and Monkey flipping his opponent back to the mat. Punk. Northern Light suplex, beautifully executed there. Not Alicia Fox levels of beautiful though. But this might be a beautiful ending, as it might be time for RVD to go to sleep. No, Punk not going to go for it on him. Instead, targeting Shamrock and now getting hit in the head Concussive shot because he's still not down. He's going for a ride. Sit-out powerbomb from Shamrock, who eats the baseball bat as well. The pinfall attempt here from RVD. 1. Not even a 2. Our referee, Kevin, took a little bit of time to get into position to deliver the count. In this situation, who do we realistically think is struggling? Nice Saito suplex there from Punk. Honestly, Punk and RVD, I would say, are currently the worst for wears. As Punk's eaten a 5-star frog splash. RVD's been trapped in the ankle lock. Punk's yet to go GTS because he's caught now before he can go for it. Powerbomb position escaped out of him by Punk, but he's sent running, reverses the throw as he sends Shamrock to the apron. Shamrock gonna get back in potentially in a moment. RVD missing high and now grabs a hold of Ken. Punk looking for the opportunity to strike up, over swinging neck breaker. Drops down Shamrock, but RVD drops Punk with a knee. It's a very difficult situation now for Punker, because he is yet to land a sig or a finisher in this matchup. RVD and Shamrock might be closing in on their second. Punk needs to get going, but he's not been given the opportunity because his opponent's been on top of him. They have not caused separation to allow him to go for any kind of maneuver. Shamrock's into the pin. Broken up by RVD. But now RVD caught belly to bellied. Just a release belly to belly. Punk's heading up top. Might be thinking elbow drop. No. Misses the double axe. Ken's still in control. How much longer as the baseball bat connects to the back? Pinfall attempt. Punk trying to take it. RVD down. A quick kick out there at 2 for Shamrock. Keeps him in this match, but for how much longer is RVD? Has Punk on the ropes. Planted down. RVD up to the top, split-legged moonsault. Pinfall attempt, not going to get the win just yet. Shamrock's still in play. Catches RVD. Punk trying to get to his feet again. The opponents a lot more in the tank. This might be it though. Anaconda Vice locked in. RVD rolled out. Isn't in play. Punk could get the tap out here, but RVD finally gets back in. Realizes this is a danger. Breaks it up and now hooks Punk up. Powerbomb position. Punk once again escapes from it. RVD in danger. Not going to get GTS instead. Pile driver from RVD. Plants Punk. Pinfall attempt. Shamrock out of position, but Punk kicks out. Massive kick out by the straight edge superstar Punk, who's still looking to land a GTS. Still trying to get into the matchup. But his opponent's too strong, too wise to his maneuvers. Keeping him at bay. Nice Hurricane Rana from Ken Shamrock. He goes into the pin. 1, 2. No, Nurley. RVD barely out. Staying alive in this match. Punk caught off guard. The ankle's picked again. This time Punk's in danger of being tapped out. RVD aware to the danger once more. He's staying one step ahead of his opponents. Big time boot there from Shamrock. Busts open RVD. 1, 2. No. At this sort of moment, you kind of feel Punk's going to strike. And he is. Shamrock up. GTS connects. Punk falls into the cover, but it's broken up immediately. RVD watching on. Catches Punk in the issue. And now sent for an Alabama slam. Springboard moonsault misses. RVD trying to quicken the pace. But can't do so instead. Belly to bellied. Planted. Down and maybe out for the count if Punk wasn't there. Springboard from Punk. Connects with the dropkick. Drilling Shamrock to the mat. You have to feel the voice of the voiceless. Maybe a little frustrated. May be realizing the opponent's too strong for him. Snap. Suplex from Punk. But he's immediately clocked by Shamrock. Running power slam. Connecting here as Shamrock's lying in wait. Baseball bat in hand. Drills Punk. Opts for the pin. RVD taunting on the outside. A 2 count through. And it's a 3. RVD made the mistake. Shamrock capitalizes with the W. Honestly, this matchup was realistically RVD versus Shamrock. Punk really had little to no involvement in terms of delivering offense in this matchup. The only thing you can realistically say was Punk was a fall guy for this situation. As a whole, it was a good match. Solid domination by these two stars. It showed how good they are. It's surprising to see Shamrock coming out on top in this situation. Great showing here by these three guys, I guess you could say. Unfortunate for RVD getting caught with his pants out. Down, I should say.
Here is your winner, the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock.
But what can you expect? As we finish out our second bout, let's move to bout number 3 tonight. Well, from one extreme to the other, the premiere is in the house. Back here wants to get a little bit fired up.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from San Fernando, Chile, Stephanie Paquet.
I'm going to be honest tonight. Competition levels up for Fakir. No longer is she going to be fed easy opponents. Tonight she's going to be dining with some of the best here IPW has to offer in the women's division. Arguably one of our rising stars here in IPW is Fakir. And trying to make an impact, trying to potentially challenge for one of our championships. She needs to keep beating the tougher competition, and doesn't get much difficult than a current WWE champion. Big Tiffany Stratton. Strobe lights inbound. Let's be honest. Tiffy.
And her opponent from Prior Lake, Minnesota, Tiffany Stratton.
Can certainly bring the impact. Here in IPW, she has been one of our more unique opponents. You consider her to be a top star, but she's yet to break out. Yet to reach that peak in performance. So realistically, this matchup's a tester for both women to go towards the upper echelon of competition. Let's get it underway. Here is Tiffany and Fakir tie up to kick this one off. Vakir, I would argue, slightly stronger than Stratton. Though, won't be surprised if Stratton does overpower Vakir. It looks fairly even in that regard. But what sets these two women apart? Not much. Honestly, both like to fly when they look to finish a match. Except for when Vakir's looking for the SVB. Other than that, it's realistically a similar arsenal of offense. Both very solid, both considered futures of the business. Stratton, as we say, yet to make a mark in IPW. Meanwhile, Vakir, a very talented star, made a massive splash during the Showdown tournament. A tournament that realistically Stratton might feel disheartened to be left out of, considering just how good she really is. I mean, we look at how Vakir finished in her bracket, narrowly missing out by a point. Literally 1 point kept her out of qualification. Even then, it's down to tiebreaker rules as well, because Chelsea Green got the qualification spot as she busts open Stratton right now. Based on tiebreaker rules, which was, if you beat someone, you beat them in the rankings. Simple as that. Anyway, as we turn our attention back into this match, Vakir in control. Tiffy's being punished here. Barbie Blonde not been able to get too much offense in, as, well, we already know that she's been dominated right now because she's been busted open in about 2 minutes worth of ring time. Meanwhile, Vakir probably close to looking to finish this match. The Eat Defeat may be coming. That's a nice kick. And there we go. Eat Defeat. Speak it into existence. And, well, she's going for the pin. Looking for the win. 1, 2. Just a quick kick out there. Stratton's still tough, resilient. Needs to survive a lot of offense here because Vakir's not going to slow down. Stratton needs to find an attack avenue. She rolls back up, but she's caught immediately. Mistimes it because she's clocked with a crossbody. Pinfall attempt once again. Vakir gets a 1 count. Stratton kind of aware that these are coming. Speaking of knowing what's coming, head scissors applied. I thought we may have been getting a devil's kiss. It's not that just yet. Maybe Vakir looks for it. She needs to drop Stratton. I think everyone would love to see that. Nice Michinoku driver there by Vakir as our referee. And a good look at the action. Vakir heads up top. Turning around. Spiral tap connects. Into the pin she goes. Looking for the dub. 1, 2. And a kick out. Stratton staying alive. And gets back up to a vertical base immediately. Wise here by Tiffany. Realizing Stephanie looking to close in on victory. Potentially on the verge of it as well. She's caught though. Death Valley from Stephanie. Puts Stratton down to the mat. Stratton's crawling, trying to create separation, but she's a prime target for a leaping Stephanie. Dragon screw leg whip. Oh, vicious maneuver. Speaking of vision, no, it's not going to be it just yet. Vakir rolling out. Tiffy thinks it's time to turn this one around, but she's caught immediately, sent running. Vakir misses the trip. And now Stratton, it is her chance. Time to go on the offense, but no, caught immediately. Back here shuts it down. Drop kick puts down Tiffany, who's now kicked to the face. Fought for a moment. Maybe, just maybe, Vakir was going to give us what we want. But no. Toying with us. Maybe this is what we need. Plants her down. Neck breaker. Connecting into the pin. 1, 2. No. Tiffany barely gets the shoulder up in time. Keeping us in this one a little bit longer. Diamond's carry position. Back breaker from Vakir. Now has Stratton in trouble. Once again plants her down with a scoop slam. Vakir heads up top. Tiffany in the drop zone, but she's up to a vertical base. Caught though with a spiral tap. Again she pops up at the wrong time and gets hit and punished with the finish. No, not done just yet though. Stratton making way too many mistakes. Caught with a neat defeat. That's it. Ball game. No. What in the world? Stratton's making too many mistakes, but one thing is going for her. She is one tough SOB. Staying in this. Even if she is basically being a punching bag. Up top goes Stephanie once more. Spiral tap connects. Pinfall attempt. Ball game. No! What on earth? Tiffany is made of something completely different. How is she in this? How is she still fighting? Caught now in the Fujiwara armbar. Can't get the tap out there, does Stephanie. But she is now calling Stratton up. Strike combination through and a jawbreaker. Puts her down. Tiffy maybe down to her last opportunity to get into this match, because let's be honest, it's really getting into it. She needs to do. Nice Green Bay plunge there by Stratton. Flatliner follows through. She's getting into it. She is getting Vakir in some danger. Maybe, just maybe, Stephanie's given it all. Thrown all her big shots. Can't finish it. Her gas tank's empty, and now Stratton. Now she can begin to close out this match. She can dissect Vakir. It's only speculation at this stage. Nice discus lariat. Through from Stratton. Immediately following up on the pop-up from Vakir. Puts her down with a powerbomb. She's in the drop zone. Here's La Premiera. Swanton bomb from Stratton. Goes quickly into the pin. 1, 2. No. Nearly. A moment's mistake. Tide's turn. Stratton takes advantage of a situation where she was in trouble. And she's going for the prettiest moonsault. No, it's not even that. It's a corkscrew splash from the corner. Gets a 2 count. Thought for a second we were seeing a PME. That's yet to come, but Vakir's in the drop zone area for that type of attack. Or in the corner. This might be it. Prettiest notes. Corkscrew splash from Tiffany. Pins Vakir. so close to victory. The hand was on the decline. Our referee very much wanting to give the win to Stratton, who's eyeing up Vakir right now. Hooks her up. Powerbomb position. Vakir's caught. Drop down. The sit-out powerbomb. Stratton's not done. Keeping the punishment up. Keeping Vakir in trouble. Working these legs. It's not typical offense from Tiffy. But if you eliminate the knees, you eliminate the backbreaker's big effect. You eliminate the chances of climbing to the top. It's smart offense from Tiffy. She lands the power slam. We're going booty popping. Indeed we are, but it misses. Vakir avoids it. And now Stephanie, no, not going to get to strike. Tiffany pushes her off. Through, connects with the drop kick. Now will we get it? Booty popping. Moonsault! Into the pin goes Tiffany. Going to utilize the ropes, trying to get a bit cheeky. Our referee spots it. No count going to come through. Avoids a shot from Tiffany. From Vakir. Up, over. Alabama Slammer. Plants her down. The count comes through. And Tiffany comes back from the jaws of defeat to put away Stephanie Vakir. Honestly, if you watched the first 3 minutes of this match, you would not have said Tiffany was going to win it. It was domination from Vakir. This was the first spiral tap to connect. I thought, well, I expect a kick out. Then when this one connected from a standing Stratton, that was it, in my mind. Done and dusted. But no. Barely. Stratton kicks out. Maybe Vakir needed to go SVB to put away Stratton, but no. Didn't get a chance to go for it. Instead, this moment was the turnaround. Stratton fired back. Corkscrew splash out the corner. The first of two. Gets a near fall. Then this, dodging the shot. And cartwheeling through into the Alabama Slam. Plants Vakir. And gets the dub.
Here is your winner, Tiffany Stratton.
An epic performance by both these ladies. But Tiffany Stratton walks out victorious in a honestly surprising affair. Well, away we go. All bets are off, because we're about to enter a slugfest for our next bout. With Damian Priest making his way out. It's time to all rise.
Scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest.
I'm not gonna lie. This theme sucks. But Damian Priest competing does not. Arguably one of the greatest strikers in the game today. If he's given opportunities to perform, he will dominate in them. A man who can really take it to his opponents. And recent rivalries with the likes of Drew McIntyre makes you wonder, is he a potential contender towards that championship? We will have to see, but tonight his opponent knows a thing or two about being a mid-card champion here in IPW. Drafted before he can get his rematch. Jacob Fatu's here to make an impact on Breakdown.
And his opponent from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Confident in his strut to the ring. The former television champion. As we mentioned, never really got a shot to reclaim his championship. But if given the opportunity to go for a mid-card title, Drew McIntyre sits in that path. Samoan Werewolf would have to realistically dominate his opponent into submission. To get there, you're gonna have to go through hell. McIntyre, we know, he holds on to that championship as tightly as possible. He doesn't let anyone near it. These two, realistically, if they want it, they're gonna have to close the gate, close the gap, and show why they deserve it. Last time out for Jacob, he was simply just Samoa dropping his opponent. Like this. Constant Samoan drops. Destroyed his opponent's health. And got him a W here in IPW. Tonight, the competition steps up for him. Going up against Bondage Undertaker, Damian Priest. We're going to keep the Drew McIntyre theme going on in this match. We might as well mention that. Currently, I would say this is a fairly even affair in terms of strength, style. Style, though, for both these men is a different kind of conversation. We've already mentioned how Fatu likes to utilize a specific maneuver. As well, Jacob's not going to allow the clean break, instead pouncing Priest out the collar and elbow tie-up. The apron he goes. Springboard may be coming. Up, over, connects, nice lariat. Kind of wonder about our mid-card scene here in IPW. If we look at primetime, in fact, we look towards city limits. We've got, this is our, well, the end of our first week of action. 3 weeks away from the live event. Card, honestly, not shaping up just yet. Bar say our a women's tag team matchup. We are due some title matches on the road to city limits. As to what they are, we will find out as we etch closer to that date. But as it looks right now, as Priest hooks up Fatu up to the razor's edge. Up high. Plants him. The head hitting that bottom turnbuckle. Doing a lot of damage. Gets a 2 count. Jacob, you have to feel discombobulated. Could be in trouble, but we've obviously seen a comeback here tonight out of Tiffany Stratton. Nice kick there from Priest. Another boot follows through, this time from Jacob. As he lines up. Damien not going to be able to capitalize. Priest fights him off and now through with some nice kicks here to the body and now one to the face with a punch. Instead opting to deliver that and now a knee. The straps are coming down here for Priest. Typically not something we see from this guy. Tries to go south of heaven. Can't get it. Instead now two can't connect with his spiking strike. That opts to go for a basement dropkick. Fired up. Fatu lines up his opponent. Connects with the spear. Cuts him in half and now sets him up. But what else? What could be coming here for Priest? This isn't good. Sent to the outside. In a landing zone. We've got a flying Uso on our hands. Nice tope suicida from Jacob. Nearly tossing Priest into them steel steps. That impact would have been massive. Potentially catastrophic for Priest, who's now just going to toss across the barricade. Jacob, and you kind of have to think about these barricades. The padding on them, minimalistic. It's like a thin layer. It is pure steel that you're tossing someone onto. Underneath that thin layer of, I would call, foam. It's hard to tell from this angle as our referee, Big Kevin, up to 7. Jacob down, out and out on the outside, an 8 count. Referee urging Jacob back into the ring. At a count of 9 for 2. Climbing in, but can't make it. A slow ring entry costs him. We almost had a Trick Williams situation there. But Priest calculated with his approach to this match. Put a stop to Jacob. Caught him on the outside. Got the W. Let's be honest. Had this been a no count out match, nay, if it was a 20 count or even 11 count on the outside, we would still be competing in this one. But just look how close. If Jacob had just rolled in,
Here is your winner, Damian Priest.
the match would have continued. The Archer of Infamy would not be victorious right now, but he is. So we move over to our next bout. Well, it's time to move to the tag team division. And it certainly is a new day in this one. New champions after prime time. It's Trick and Javon in an Extreme Rules affair. Lost the belts they only just won.
Is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 417 pounds. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day.
The belts back in the hands of a formidable rival to the New Day in the Usos. Jimmy and Jay reclaim the gold. They lost at Summer Lovin'. I have a feeling that the series of back and forth bouts between Usos and Trick Bounce isn't over just yet. And we might end up seeing the rubber match at City Limits. IPW management obviously yet to decide that. But leaving that final bout, we will need new tag team challengers. As mentioned before, IPW management have mentioned it will be a team from Breakdown that gets the next shot. So realistically, with two of the big dogs on this brand now battling tonight, you could consider this.
Accompanied by Valhalla at a combined weight of 552 pounds, Ivar and Eric, the War Raiders.
This could be considered a number one contendership match. The War Raiders versus the New Day. Who takes the victory? Who takes the contenders' position up in this division? Regardless of who it is, probably won't see them fight for the belts for a couple of weeks at minimum, till after City Limit. But when we do enter that new stretch towards our pay-per-view to follow City Limit, you kind of have to feel it's going to be an out-and-out war. Teams being forced to wait for their opportunity and to really get desperate, get kind of in a situation where they're antsy. They want their shot. They want to get what they deserve. It's like Amazon delivering a parcel next day because you pay for it to come next day. You demand it to come when you want. And that's sort of what these teams will be potentially feeling when they're declared number one contender for the championship. Now, as it stands, we aren't at the point where that is confirmed. We don't know who will be number one contender, if they will be number one contender. One thing we do know is tag teams do like to bring in explosivity, flair to their action. As it stands right now, New Day in control. They have Eric in trouble. 2 count off of realistically not much offense here. Irish Whip keeps Eric in New Day territory. And you may be wondering why do I keep saying New Day territory? Well, like it or not, tag team action is very territorial. That should be a DQ. Valhalla getting involved, dragging Xavier Woods out the ring and landing a punch. What? And she has been thrown out of here. Massive mistake. Costs the Viking Raiders their manager. However, that knee might cost Kofi his consciousness. Eric's just beating him up. Kofi's going to finally get involved, finally attack him. 5 count, Xavier Smart unwisely goes out the ring to fight with Ivar. Tag teams really don't know how to tag team fight. Maybe Xavier does as he sends Eric crashing to the mat. Honestly, it'd be smart if Kofi just came over and beat up Eric. And Xavier just went in the ring. We're up to a 7 count. I've got a feeling we might be getting 2 countouts tonight. If Xavier... No, he's caught. A 9 count. Eric running, but they're both counted out. This match ends in a draw. No #1 contender just yet. We'll have to see what IPW management choose to do with our tag team division here on Breakdown. If we're not even going to guarantee a goddamn #1 contender. Ye frickin' are. Well, we're underway here. Who's this? Oh my word, it's Big E. Making his presence felt ahead of this one. What is he doing? Well, there's a chair laid out at ringside. I think Big E's joining us by the commentary desk. Indeed he is. Well, this certainly makes our main event a little epic. We're underway. And it's Adam Copeland versus Roman Reigns. The Battle of the Spears for our main event. As well, it's currently the Battle of the Pins. Copeland gets the only 1 count of the exchange. As we're underway here. It looks like Big E's got his eyes set onto our tribal chief here on Breakdown. The man who's really trying to make it his home, make Primetime relevant. Sorry, Breakdown relevant. We've seen, well, Roman losing at Summer Lovin'. He can never perform on the big stage, it seems, here in IPW. But he's trying to turn that sort of look around here in this #1 contendership match for the Emerald Belt. We've taken 2 of the best stars on this brand, put them into this matchup. And you kind of have to feel that, well, both of them can deliver. Both of them are major threats, I would say, to Will Ospreay. As Copeland overpowers Roman here. Cope doing some work, takes the back. Waist control applied. Wrenching on it as well here is Copeland. Rated R superstar. Doing some work. Roll up here, Schoolboy into the pin. Kick out by Roman. Keeps himself in this match. This is very much a battle for supremacy. As we've said countless times, Roman seems to fall short when it matters most. Tonight, he's got an opportunity to gain #1 contendership here in IPW. Something he's yet to earn, really. As he's always been the bridesmaid, never the bride. He could potentially get that wedding that he deserves if he can beat Copeland tonight. But Cope, not going to go down easy. The vet swinging for the fences here. Striking true. Planting Roman's head into the mat. Back and forth. Love affair, really, that is this matchup. Is Roman in control right now. Just drilling down Cope with the powerbomb. As this striking exchange begins to show here. Roman overpowering Cope, sends him to the outside. Big E reacting. Expressions being shown, and Roman's looking at him. Roman just beating up Cope. Now the stare down continues. Cope gets sent into Big E, causing him to collide. I think that was a mistake by Copeland more than anything. He drills Big E. Interesting affair, but Roman back into the mounted punches. Causing some damage, causing some pain for Copeland. Splash misses now. It's Copeland's time to strike. Through, leaping with the first lariat, drops him with the back elbow. Up, down, plants him. Copeland's rolling as he's busted open. The tribal chief, the OTC's in trouble. He's caught now, crossface applied. Wrenching back is Copeland. He can't seal the deal. There's Roman back to vertical base. Both men up. Both going running. One went Superman punch, the other went spear. Neither connect. Until now, Roman dropping Adam with that Superman punch. Gets a 2 count. Copeland's still in it. But he's going to feel the ooh and the ah, it seems. No. The knee got up. The spear misses. And Adam Copeland heads up top. Rated R superstar. Lining him up. Connecting, leaping DDT. He did that from the top of the cage and he damaged his leg basically beyond belief. And there's the spear. No. Roman countered it into a DDT, it seems. Hard to tell from our angle that that's what came from that. But that was a missed big boot. Copeland sends Roman to the outside. A main event, #1 contendership on the line. We had Big E out at ringside originally. No longer here because, well, the action's got a little bit too feisty, too ferocious. Roman voids the double axe. Drills Copeland to the mat. Now lines him up, tries to go guillotine, can't connect. And now Copeland fires back, swinging. Has a hold of Roman. Puts him across the ropes. Sends him running. And connects this time. The spear into Roman's chest. The ribs damaged. But not enough to pick up the win. Copeland's looking for more. Scoops up Roman. Slingshots him across that top rope. Needs to find this deal closer. Tries to guillotine him. Can't connect. Roman heads up top. Both trading positions on the top rope. Roman lands a splash. I can't really say we got a flying Uso, but it's close to it. Roman cocks the fist. Has Edge caught. DDT. Plants him. Edge back to Copeland back to a vertical base. Very quickly. Trying to capitalize on a slow, methodical pace that Roman's trying to set, but Roman's picking it up now. A drop down. Connects with a lariat. Now, swinging neck breaker. Thought maybe Roman would have gone through him with a spear of his own. Not got to that stage just yet. Instead, deadlift power bombs. The rated R superstar. The fist is cocked. Copeland sent running. The Superman punch connects. Pinfall attempt. 1, 2. No, nearly. And a visibly frustrated Roman is going to the place. Learn from Edge. The ultimate opportunist stops the spear. He knows that sound too freaking well. Can't send Roman running. And now caught. Slingshot across the top rope. And you gotta feel Ospreay's watching on in this crazy matchup that is in front of us right now. Battle of the Spears. Only one man's been able to connect with it. And it's the ultimate opportunist. as he connects again. This time, a lot quicker, a lot more speed in the impact. And Copeland's victorious over Roman Reigns. You've got to say it. Roman cannot get the job done. Close on so many occasions, but cannot get to the win. Cannot even get to a championship match. And once more, he falls short. He suffers a drastically big loss. And Edge, or Adam Copeland, is our number one contender for Will Ospreay's Emerald Belt. But I've got a feeling Roman might have his hands full with Big E. In the build-up to, obviously, City Limits, will we see how that kind of rivalry pans out? But, as I say, the match is over.
Here is your winner.
As is this week's episode of Breakdown. Fantastic performance by the Rated R Superstar. As we advance now to the Underground for the first time in 2 weeks. See you then.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that fact, taking big swings.
Oh god. Why couldn't this be the count out? I'm not a big fan of tag team action.